Good day, my friends. This is Avalon, and I'm so glad that you could join me for this very first live video. It is impromptu, unexpected, impromptu studio, but we're so glad that you could join us and join me. I am Avalon, and I am the founder of 1 Minute Calm, and I am so excited that you are here today to watch this short video and that you are joining us on Facebook and YouTube to see those videos, as well as Instagram, TikTok, Tumblr, Pinterest, WordPress blog, and our podcast. We started our podcast just 2 months ago, and we have over 500 listeners from 17 countries. We have many countries, as well as in our WordPress blog, that haven't all been recognized yet, but we tried our best to recognize everyone who is joining us on this journey. 1 Minute Calm is about bringing down your anxiety, finding some mindfulness, how to find mindfulness, and more of these live videos that we're going to start shooting weekly will be about certain topics and learning how to be mindful, bringing down that anxiety, relaxing. We're in such a world today, in such a place that it's so high stress all the time. People are uncertain of other people are uncertain of the world, people are uncertain of everything. Many people have lost their businesses, they haven't seen family for a long time, and are trying to figure out how to get back into community, how to get back and reconnect with each other, and even how to reconnect with feelings. When you've been so calm and secure for so long and suddenly everything's been taken away from you, it changes a lot of things. So now we're dealing a lot of people talk mindfulness, they talk about the wellness portion of things. The last month here was about mental awareness. I want to bring about emotional awareness. Emotional wellness is different from mental wellness. Emotional wellness is about your own emotions, not necessarily connected to all the chemicals that float through your body and make certain things happen. Yes, our emotions do have chemical reactions inside our body, and especially if they stay there too long, then we can have bigger issues. But I'm with you to mentor you to find happiness, to be more relaxed, to be in a better place emotionally, to be able to find your mindfulness and to find your well-being, your joy in life, your joy for waking up each day. Now, when we started the 1 Minute Calm videos, it was about bringing down anxiety, bringing you to a place that no matter where you were in the world, you could pick up your phone, turn on your computer, watch a 1-minute video, and just let the pressure come down. Feel your breath slow down, your heart rate slow down, and just get back to being centered for a moment before you tackle your next task, whatever that task is. Being able to go outside your door, being able to go inside of a store, being able to go see family, finding some calmness within yourself to be able to tackle whatever's next. Now, the podcast, learning to center, learning to find that mindfulness within yourself, seeing where you are in the world and looking at it from a different perspective, with an innocence like I like to often think of a child, finding your calm, finding your time for yourself. Now, I ask you each time to join me to walk and talk if you have 10 minutes or so, but If you're a walker, a jogger, somebody who gets out there and exercises, take 30 minutes. Listen to them back to back. Visualize. As we all know, when we're listening to something, we're watching something, our mind will wander onto something else, into our realities or to our current moments. So listening to them over and over again gives you an opportunity to start to focus a little bit more. Listening to the sounds of the birds in the background, the waves, the water, the raindrops, and focusing in so that next time you can hear it a little better, you can visualize a little better, and help yourself into learning how to visualize, how to be in the moment, how to find your calm, and how to be mindful. Mindful is being in the moment. We're so busy in our lives. We're running here to there to here, etc. And oftentimes we don't have time for ourselves. And it's about taking that time. Now, on the other hand, some of us have spent too much time by ourselves, and we need to get out in the world, and we need to explore. We need to create new friendships and relationships and not be afraid of the world that's out there. Things are changing all the time. It doesn't matter if you're a child, a teenager, midlife adult, things are changing all the time. And you can't. Being afraid is not going to help you. Being afraid is simply that, a fear of the unknown. But once you know it, then it's just fine. Again, I like to liken things to children. Were you a picky eater when you were a child, or did you have no choice? You ate what was on your plate. You try things. You try things to discover if you like them. Getting out into the world, you're trying to discover if you like things. Some things you know you don't like. Some things you've given a second chance and you still know that you don't like. You've made your decision beyond your opinion. So it's time then to try something else and not focus on that negativity, not focus on that I didn't like. Focus on, what do I like? Where am I going next? Those are the things that I'm trying to bring about to you and trying to rewire, rework, mentor you into your emotions of thinking. So, with that said, I have been mentoring people for over 20 years. Hard to believe. But I want people to find joy. I want people to be able to communicate to each other, whether it's in other languages, whether it's through the language of dance, whether it's through the language of art. Communication is extremely important in how we work in this world and how we get along in this world. So that is part of what I'm bringing, is thinking differently and not being afraid to communicate, communicating with you on. As I mentioned, we're going to have these live videos weekly in these weekly videos, and I look forward to that, to be adding your comments, to be adding your questions, your calls, so that we can communicate, as well as I will be available to do private readings, mentorships with you, so that you can talk about what you need to talk about. I have all of these services available to look at on Facebook of how we can work together. I also do groups, and if I'm in your area, we can do special groups, as well as you can set up conferences with groups with me, which I'm excited to do as well. We all need to learn to find that beauty and peace within ourselves, that motivation to get up, get off the chair, get off the couch. Yes, we can sit and we can binge watch all day long and not be motivated to do anything. But it's time to change for a happier you. You deserve to be happy. Sitting down and just doing nothing is just that, doing nothing. And we all deserve moments to just sit around and do nothing, take a break, take a vacation, be mindful. But this is your life to take by the horns, as they say, and be and do something special. Nobody's asking you to get the Nobel Peace Prize, to create the next invention, but to do the things in your life that you want to do, to create a happier home, a happier family, a happier you, and to find your calm and your peace, how to control your frustrations, your anxiety, your depression, in a way that is mindful, calming, and self-serving. We have all different tools, and that's what I like to think of them as, a bag of tools, things that we were given as children, or not given as children, teenagers, adults, on how to continue to live our life. And sometimes we just need the right tools so that we can take care of the problem. You can't use a hammer when you need a screwdriver. Well, you can, but the answer is going to be quite different than you thought it was going to be. So we want to have the right tools to fix those problems. And learning how to be mindful, learning how to stay calm, learning how to get within yourself, your heart, and work through those issues. Empathy is interesting because empathy, you can feel what somebody else is feeling. The only thing you have to watch when you empathize is that you don't walk away taking on that person's feelings, because suddenly you are with somebody who's going through depression and you find yourself being depressed. That is where you have to be careful of your emotional wellness. You're not sure why you're suddenly feeling these things, and you can't solve somebody else's problems. They, of course, have to solve them themselves. But be careful when you're empathizing. Feel, but know when to turn it off and start turning it off. That's where you want to be aware of your emotions. You want to be aware of how you're feeling and how to be mindful of someone when you notice, they don't look like they're the happiest. I'll tell you a little anecdote, a little something that was fascinating to me. Years ago now, there was a day at the hospital, and there was a woman crying outside as I walked outside the door. And she was in tears. And I stopped and I looked at her and I said, "You look like you could use a hug." And she looked at me at first, but she took the hug, and followed by, "My father just had a stroke and I don't know what's going on." And I told her, "It'll be okay. Things will work out in the way they're meant to be. Be there for him." Same thing happened to me 3.5 years ago, and I just left my father who passed. I literally was walking out of the hospital from the moment my father passed to give somebody a hug who needed it, and who I felt the pain because I had already been there. And I was sharing with her a smile instead of going into my own story and feeling sorry for myself. I was giving her the strength that I had gained over those 3.5 years so that she could have a hug from a stranger and take a little bit of that strength. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about in finding your emotional wellness in your your happiness, to be able to separate those moments. Yes, we grieve, yes, we cry, and we should. It's important for our emotions. It's important for our emotional health and well-being to go through the gamut of emotions. It's like a rainbow of colors. Just like we look at our keyboard and we see those colors with all those squares. How many are there? I don't know. But it's important to know that we have a palette of emotions, and it's okay to explore and understand each one. But dwelling is only staying in one place. Life is about moving forward and learning how to deal with the next thing, dealing with the things that we're dealing with now, so that we can move forward to the next thing and we can deal with it better, and that we now have the tools that we can share with someone else and say, it's okay. It's going to be okay. You might deal with it differently than I do. It might take longer, it might take shorter, but you're not alone on this journey. None of us are alone on this journey. We are here together. That is why you are watching here today. And you need to reach out to a friend if you're feeling down to a point where it's not good. You need to get yourself out, get some air, and feel. Let yourself feel. Let yourself laugh. This is about joy and finding that joy within. And I know you can do it. We've all got to find a way. We live in this big world together, so we know we're not alone. I don't know how many billion of people are on this earth now. That count changes quicker than, but seriously, it's just reach out. And that's the other reason that I'm here. I'm here to reach out to you for your joy, for your happiness, for you to share your stories with me, with an audience as well. Thank you for joining me on this journey so far, and everything that you're doing to make your life better, everything you're doing to make others' lives better. You know, it's kind of apropos that this is the background, the bang and the boom in the big city living and the lights everywhere, because even in the middle of all the chaos, you can find your 1 minute of calm. You can find your 10 minutes of calm with a little bit of exercise, mental exercise, with a little bit of actually getting out there and taking your walk for 10 minutes. You can find 10 minutes in your day to live a happier, healthier life. Physically healthier by exercise and proper nutrition, because everything you put in your body is just about nutrition. You know, we think about feeding our face, I was about to say, and I did say it, as fuel. It is a type of fuel, but why not put the best fuel in there that helps the emotional, that helps you be a better person? There are foods out there, and they're called junk for a reason, because that's all you're putting in your body is junk. And sometimes changing your foods do change your mood. So if you can eat better, learn how. Take some time and learn to do it. Now, if I have people out there who want to join me to do a podcast, I am happy to do it with you as well. If there's people out there who are interested in sponsorship to have your good foods, your nutritions, your exercise programs, whatever that go with a happier, healthier lifestyle, please reach out, 1minutecalm@gmail.com, and we will reach back out to you to see what we can do together. Because, as I said, this is about communication, and this is about a journey that we're all on together. It's a very exciting journey if you let it be. Now again, there's going to be rocks in the road that we trip over and we fall flat on our face. And it's how you deal with getting back up again. Are you embarrassed? People are looking at you. Are you going to laugh at yourself that I can't believe I did it? Then that follows up as you get down the road and look back and say, I can't believe I did it. I moved forward in a gracious, graceful way, and I didn't burn anybody out on my path, but move forward. So that is what I want you to think about, take away, and learn from me on these journeys as you join us. And again, feel free to make appointments. Feel free to like, subscribe, follow us on all of our channels. You can find the descriptions below as to where we are and where we'll be. But you are an important part of this journey as well. And I thank you for your donations, and I thank you for your support to help this channel keep going, moving forth as we expand to a worldwide network of mindfulness. Breathe, live, and love the moment you're in. You deserve this moment of joy. Smile. Thank you for joining me today, my friends. I am Avalon. Until next time.